All right. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing really good this morning. Just got a couple of little quick things I wanted to share yesterday, but the day got away from me, so I did make some notes, and I would like to share them, and that's what we're going to do this morning. So hope everybody's blessed and loved and good today, and if not, then I will send some love and some peace to you today. And I mean that because I really do love you guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm looking at here is something that kind of came to me actually this morning. So I'll talk about it first. The other thing was yesterday. I was just doing some reading, which I finally have a copy of A Course in Miracles. I have my Nag Hammadi. I have an ESV study Bible, which is actually turning out to not be great because the print is too small. I need something I can scribble lots of notes in. Just wanted to get like a cheaper, Bible than my leather-bound one. And I also got, shockingly enough, I got a copy of the Book of Thoth and, the Bible of the Enemy, because I would like to educate myself. I want to know what's going on. So I'm really happy about all the new reading materials I have. But anyways, I was reading and it just dawned on me. I was thinking about, the way that the Hopi prophesy and the way the Egyptians write their, stories, and the way that so many ancient religions do that. And I've come to this very clear understanding that these things are not, literal. A lot of the times they're imagery, and you're supposed to figure them out. And I've always looked at prophecy in the Bible scriptures as being so puzzling and so confusing because I kept trying to figure out what did this person mean. It's ridiculous, a creature with 10 eyes, that kind of thing. And then it just, I don't know, and I'm probably behind the train. Probably everybody already knows this, but that the Bible is scripture given to us by the Father, as well as all the other truth and information out there. And the prophecies therein are just like the hieroglyphs on a wall. There's something that we need to, investigate. It's a bit of a puzzle. It's a bit of an enigma for those who are actually truly looking. And so just to remember to look at everything, like Naughty Beaver does, look at everything with the eyes that say, I'm going to figure this out. Look at it from, a little different angle, or that sort of thing. Anyways, so like I said, I'm probably behind the game, but I just do what I'm told. You know what I'm saying? This is a big one from yesterday. I've been reading in the Course of Miracles, and the one thing that I had learned about right away when I first read it was about the law of lack, which is the law of the enemy, the law of this world. And it's something that the enemy proposes, which I'll just say the prince of the world, because I'm kind of veering away from using the word enemy, because I'm trying to take that that middle ground. The prince of this world uses the law of lack to induce us into this state where we think that we need something, that we're lacking something, and so it puts us in a state of mind that is completely opposite of our source, our Father. And it causes a lot of difficulties. And I can see that in the whole, keeping a job and saving money in the bank and planning for next year, and, that mindset that we have in the civilized world. And that today is the day that we need to take care of, and the Father will take care of us along with the birds and the animals and everything else. And so that's a wrong mindset. But then it dawned on me yesterday, I was struggling a little bit with something, slipping back an old coat that I shouldn't be wearing, just kind of came out of nowhere. And it dawned on me that this also applies to who you are as a person. The prince of this world, the powers that be, does try to convince you that you are lacking, that you are missing something, and that no one's ever going to truly love you because you have this thing or that thing. And for me, it's a few things. I have some physical issues just due to being beat up by the world and age. And I have some other things that I just find in myself that I just think, nobody's going to want to put up with that stuff. I don't even like putting up with it, So and I was kind of a little bit upset. It wasn't major, but as I went to bed, I fell asleep. And of course, at 4 o'clock in the morning, my appointment time, wake up. And I just sat there and I just started talking to Father. And I just got this overwhelming sense that this lack also applies to this. Don't let your physical limitations and quirkiness or, your, what's the word I'm looking, disabilities, anything that you see as less than enough. That is the law of lacking. It does not come from Father. You lack nothing. The physical so likes to try to convince you. And of course, we die to it, but we're in it. We live inside of it. We're like hardwired to it. So it likes to rear its head sometimes. And just remember that that law of lack does not come from the Father. And the minute that you start feeling like you're not enough, remember that that's a lie, because you are absolutely perfect, truly beautiful, and exactly intact, and the right person, if Father has a person in mind for you, which I haven't met that person yet, so sometimes I think about it, especially after listening to Jeff and Derek last night. That was a very poignant. I had questions in my mind about my own situation and finding that, you know, that other male Homo sapien that will, compliment me. And I was asking some questions about it. I have a particular situation that's a little unusual, and I just felt like giving into it, and saying, maybe I should just do this because it would be easier. And so I asked Father for an answer, and that video, guys, by the way, was great. It answered everything. I don't want this to get too long because I have terrible internet still, and it takes a long time to download them. So anyways, and the Father just said, the right man is out there, and he'll see you the way that you're supposed to be seen. And if not, that means that's not supposed to happen for me. And I am completely okay with that. Matter of fact, like Derek said, it's easier being alone, to stay on point with your appointment, to stay focused on what it is the Father has you to do. So, I'm okay either way. But I do think about it sometimes, because before I was awakened, I made, horrible mistakes. I've been married 4 times. I know that sounds horrible, but it's the truth. And divorced, all of them are, they're all gone. They're all ended, those relationships. And now that I'm awakened, I know I see everything differently, much like you guys do. I know you do. And this time I understand, and I don't search for it. I don't long for it. I don't need it. I have my own flame that I love, and I love my Father, and I have all of you, and it's pretty wonderful. So it's a very different perspective. But I do know this time that this would have to be the Father saying, here's your person. It's not going to be anything else. So just the point of this whole talk this morning is just to remember that that law of lack that the prince of this world, the ruler of this world, tries to apply to you, don't allow it. You need to remember the truth about who you are. And yeah, the physical likes to convince us everything's fallen, everything's broken here, but it's an illusion. And just remember that. I love you guys. I want you to have a fantastic day today. I'm going to send that out to everybody who watches this, and I will talk to you again soon.